I've got Josh Kerr with me, who is probably involved in one of the most spectacular races you're ever going to see. Josh, if you don't mind, that's where I'm going to start before we get into minutiae. Congratulations, first of all. I know you wanted the gold. The bloke that beat you got an Olympic record. You got a national record. The bloke behind you got a national record. That was some race to be involved in.
Yeah, I think, those are the races that you want to be involved in. Those are the ones that you fantasize growing up and, going right to the line like that. Obviously wanted to be the one crossing that finish line first, but, I can't do anything about what anyone else does other than myself. And I told myself I would execute the perfect 1500-meter race plan for myself and run the best 1500 and the fastest 1500 that the British history's ever seen. And I did that, and it wasn't quite enough for what I wanted, but I think it's a good prize for runners-up.
Josh, everybody was aware of the narrative around this, with yourself and Jakob Ingebrigtsen. You weren't going to back down. Let's just say he has a character or an ego of a certain way, but you were not going to back down. How did the race transpire?
Yeah, I think I knew he was going to, pull all of us into deep waters and fast early. I think we're on world record pace through the 800 split, and I wasn't too phased by that. I kind of thought that was going to happen. Just weathered that storm as much as possible. Just kept the heart rate low as possible. Looked at the floor and went to my dark place. And I knew I had a good bit of running left in me in that last 500. So stayed awake and aware and made a move down the back stretch to get me closer. And he was looking around, so I knew I had him at 200. And then it was just making sure that I went at the right time with all the other guys around as well. So. Yeah, it was a really hard-fought race. That was everything I had on the day, and big PB, yeah.
Big PB, yeah. In terms of the tactics, I remember at the Olympic trials in Manchester, people were talking obviously about that matchup between Ingebrigtsen, and it was somebody said to me, Josh just stays on his shoulder. He'll irritate Ingebrigtsen. He'll start looking around, and he'll get phased. And I was shouting, watching, he's on his shoulder, he's on his shoulder, he's on his shoulder. Did you think you executed the perfect race, and did you have any idea of where Cole Hocker was going to come from?
Look, I think none of us thought there would be 4 or 5 guys still kicking about at 3:27 pace. That's not what I thought was going to happen, but I knew it was happening at the time, and I stayed present in the moment, and I was fluid with what was going on around me. I definitely knew that I needed to be on the shoulder with 200 to go. And with him looking around, I didn't need to go past him because I knew I would have had him in the last 100. So, yeah, it was just trying to figure out how to get to that line as quickly as I could in that last 100. And I nearly had it and just started falling apart a little bit and just threw my chest at the line for that silver medal. And, it's an upgrade from bronze, but not quite upgraded up all the way to the top yet, quite yet. Yeah.
Before we move just on to you, just one question about Ingebrigtsen. A breakout of humility from the man about you. Can you believe it? I know.
We're all so proud.
He's actually said something nice about you, Josh. Can you believe it?
Yeah. No, it's. I haven't quite seen it. People keep saying that to me. I haven't really been on social media yet, but
I fell over when I read it.
Really? Look, I think when you walk away from a championships in a race like that, obviously he was very brave to go out and run the way he did, but. When you cross the finish line and everyone's put that kind of performance together, you can't have anything but respect for your competitors. I have massive respect for Cole and for Yard and everyone in that race, to be honest, because we laid it out there and we did it in front of an 80,000 person stand to hold on to these fans and hopefully inspire that next generation of athlete coming through, and I think we did that yesterday.
You say inspiring the next generation. You're not done, Josh. You're not done. You're performing now regularly. Look, we're looking at that medal now. I know you're going to want. You like the colour gold. What are the plans for you? We know you've come away with a medal. You were so close, almost the perfect race in probably one of the fastest races ever. What next for you?
For me, it's going back to the drawing board and figuring out where the weaknesses are and coming back at it with all my might. Really, it's the start of a new cycle, and we've already started planning for it. And that LA build-up is going to be 4 years long, but I'm 26 and I'm ready to really get after it. And I'm coming away from all these championships with medals, and some of them I'm happy with, some of them I'm not. I have a full set of medal colours now, so we're just looking for the final one in the set from the Olympics. So yeah, it's a long journey, but I'm not here for instant gratification. So yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. I just got to think you are going to LA. You're not stopping. That's the good thing to hear. Just on another thing as well, proud Scotsman. some Scots have done very, very well here at these games. Sir Andy Murray, for example, deciding the Olympics is where he wanted to call time in his career as well. What was lovely last night, you would have not been aware of this, but before your race, we had cameras in Edinburgh. I think we were with your first coach, Eric Fisher.
Yeah. Wow.
They were unbelievably proud of you last night as well. Just when the journey, it's not just you and your coach and your training partners on the track. It's your family, it's everything. What does it mean to you, the people that have been with you on your journey?
Yeah, it's so special to have them in the crowd for this Olympics. Obviously, back in 21, we didn't have anyone there, and being able to share this experience with them has meant the world to me, to be honest. It makes the games for me, it makes the sacrifices a bit more worth it, because they're able to really enjoy it, and I have something physical to give back to them for all the sacrifices they make. And from first coach to current coach, everyone's had such a hand in this, and my goal is to try and give that moment to them, because they've sacrificed so much for me.
Great stuff. Listen, Josh, thank you ever so much for joining us live on Sky Sports News this morning. Josh Kerr, if you haven't seen it, just go and watch that race again. It was brilliant from start to finish, and just congratulations. Congratulations on giving us great entertainment. For us, that's what it's all about. So thank you so much.
I'm here to entertain you guys. Thank you.
Good man, and good luck in LA now.
Thank you.
Good
Long
stuff.
journey.
Josh Kerr.